everyone. My name is Ashley Barreda, and I am here to educate you primarily on plant-based medicine in the avenue of essential oils. So this is going to be like a mini Essential Oils 101 class. So for those of you that would like just a quick, brief introduction to what essential oils are and how you can use this plant-based medicine in your home so that you can become a healer in your home, this class is for you. So who am I? My name is Ashley, as I just said before, and I am a yoga teacher by trade. That's my main career. So yoga, health, and wellness, I incorporate a lot of different things holistically into my trade. So I'm a yoga teacher at the 500-hour level. I currently help train other yoga teachers that want to help people with those tools. And I am a certified health coach. Have my degree from Auburn University, War Eagle, in healthcare administration. So then that led me to more of the wellness side of things, more of the holistic side of things. And now I'm going to be talking about plant-based medicine today. So for those of you that are new to plant-based medicine, we're going to just go over a few statistics first about why you would like to choose plant-based medicine or essential oils, why you should use them. Okay, so this is going to be I'll keep it as quick and short as possible. So I fell into this because as I was teaching yoga, I started using essential oils here and there. Naturally, if you're in the yoga world, if you're on that side of things, alternative therapies, you're going to be drawn to this kind of medicine. So me having a background in medicine and hospitals and just being around that as well, and also being a user of our modern medicine as well, I really wanted to offer more natural solutions to my clients, to my students, and also for my family. I'm a mom of a 2-year-old. I'm a wife to an amazing husband. And it's just so empowering to be able to offer this kind of plant-based medicine to them and not have to run to the medications, not have to run to the drugs, and that wear down your system, that wear down your gut flora, that wear down your liver, over time, that make you feel bad. So number one foundation of great health, health is not just the absence of disease. Health, you should feel good in your body every day. And some people do not know how good they are meant to feel because they've never felt that way. They just think, oh, this is the way it is. These symptoms are normal. My headaches, my gastrointestinal problems, whatever it is. They just think that's the norm, and it's not. God meant for all of us to thrive. He meant for all of us to feel good because that is exactly what's going to help to push you into your purpose in life and help you to succeed in life. So that being said, the foundation is, of course, your diet. Look at what you're eating. Diets should not be stressful. They should make you feel good. It should be exciting. It should be a relief to get into the kitchen and know what you're doing, right? It should be a joy to cook. It should be a joy to create simple, healthy meals for yourself and for your family. And then the next pillar, I guess you could call, of health would be stress management. How do you manage your stress? Stress happens to all of us, but it's really how we look at that stress, how we're going to take that situation and view it, and what we're going to do with that, right? So you could take two people with the same problems, and one might respond completely differently than the other. It's just a matter of perspective, really. So that's the next part. How do you manage your stress? Is it do you have a good self-care routine? What do? Do you go talk to a friend? Do you pray? You go to God? Do you practice yoga? Do you have a myriad of things that you do that as long as I'm doing this and managing this, then I'm good no matter what comes my way. So the next pillar would be, I'll be looking at my notes just a little bit, would be, exercise, of course. right? You want to move your body. Do what makes you feel good. Don't do what you think you should do, right? So if dancing really makes you feel good and makes you happy, it gives you that social aspect, then do it. Then that's what you should do. You know, if yoga or Pilates or weightlifting or running, if that's what makes you feel good and you're moving your body, do it. That's what you're meant to do. That's what your body's meant to do. So listen to your body and to what you want to do. Okay, so moving your body daily. And then the next one would be reducing your toxic load. Okay, so there's toxins everywhere. We can't live in a bubble, right? But we can do things and take measures to reduce our toxic load. Sometimes when we're depressed or anxious or just something's not right in our bodies, we're having symptoms that we just can't bear. Sometimes it's simply, we just need to do a cleanse, right? We just need to remove our toxicity that might be in our bodies. And you know what, that can come not just from diet, because there's pesticides, things like that. Eat organic when you can, eat clean meats when you can. But that can also come from the environment, right? It can come from inside your house, your air pollution. So make sure you change your air filters out. We'll talk about that in a moment. You can use diffusers with essential oils to help clean the air. It can come from your cleaning supplies. What are you cleaning with? You know, I've over the years gotten rid of the Clorox, the Windex, all the things that are really toxic for my pets, for my son, you know, for me, you know, I mean, I don't want that seeping into my pores. What do you wash your hair with? What do you put on your face every day? What's your skin? You know, your skin is the largest organ in your body. Your shower is the most toxic time in your day when your pores are the most open. You're absorbing whatever chemicals or whatever you're putting in your body. So just something to think about. You know, slowly but surely can you start to live a little cleaner. You don't have to change it all at once. And the next one is informed self-care. I'm a big one on this. Self-care is not selfish, you know, and that's something that we teach in yoga is you have to fill your cup up first before you can help serve other people, because from there, that will help you serve from a more joyful place, right? If you're being a martyr and you're saying, oh, but I don't have time for myself and you know, everyone else has to be taken care of, and you just keep going and running yourself into the ground, which I am guilty of in the past, being a woman who overgives. You know, you're not living the best life that you could live. You're not living the way God intended you to live. So know about self-care. You know, sit down, take a few moments each day, journal, pray, meditate, take a bath, put it on your calendar. You know, so that you know, okay, today, this is my segment of time. I'm going to show up for myself and I'm going to take care of myself. Promise everything in your life will be better. And then proactive medical care, of course. That is a really, really good pillar of success in health, is make sure that you are going, you know, to the doctor and seeing, knowing what your blood work is, you know, knowing where you stand. It's always a good thing to do. Know where you stand. Have a good relationship, you know, with your doctor. You don't have to completely, I don't want to say trust. Yes, trust your doctor, but you don't want to just put everything you have into the hands of somebody else. They're there to work with you, but you're in the driver's seat. Just remember that. So do your homework. If you go, you know, and your doctor is prescribing you medication left and right, that should be a red flag. Why are we talking about other solutions first, right? So I'm not saying don't take a medication, but I'm saying look at the other solutions first. Is there something more natural we can do first to help you manage what's going on? Okay. So I just went to my doctor today and we went over my blood work. Awesome. We talked about essential oils. She got some essential oils today. We talked about my supplements that I'm taking. She was really happy with the supplements that I'm taking. So I'm excited that my primary care physician is on board with what I'm doing naturally. And that is such a good feeling to know that I don't have to reach for medication all the time. So that being said, I learned a lot in college with our healthcare system. It's a little messed up, but there's also some good things that are coming out of it. People are tired of taking medication after medication, prescription after prescription, right? Because that's just an endless cycle, and it's only feeding big pharma's pockets. Okay, sorry, but it is. So you need to be informed. You need to be aware. Just some statistics so you know, not to scare you, but just so you know. Drug overdose death rates in the U.S. have more than tripled since 1990. Okay. The truth is that preschool age children are the fastest growing age group being prescribed antidepressants. That's a little scary. As a mom, hearing that, like they're prescribing antidepressants to young children these days. That's from the National Mental Health Association. Okay. The U.S. produces and uses 85% of the world's production of Ritalin. Okay, that's a medication for ADHD, ADD. That came out from Time magazine. So that's a little scary. Why do we need that much? 80% of the prescriptions in the U.S. are for children. That's not okay. No. Okay, doctors get only about 8%. Now let me go back to the children thing. I know that there's kids that have, major chronic diseases and things like that. So I don't want to just shove that under the rug. So those prescriptions could probably fall into that 80% for kids, but still, that's a little scary. Doctors get only about 8% or 1 week of nutrition education in medical school. So you have to remember, while the doctors are awesome, medical system is awesome, we want to work with the medical system and help to fill in gaps. So you've got to do your homework too, and you've got to work with other people and healers and just people that know what they're doing on the other side of things, right? We're a highly addicted culture. We're busy and we're believing the lies that we have no control. And the truth is that we do. So we definitely need a paradigm shift here. So I'm going to talk about essential oils and what they are. Okay, so essential oils, plant-based medicine. Essential oils are the volatile aromatic compounds that come from either the plants themselves, the roots, the stems, the bark, the seeds, the flowers, the resin, different parts of a plant. Now, depending on what oil you get, for example, frankincense oil, which is considered like the king of all oils, very highly valued oil, good for everything. That comes from the resin of the frankincense plant. So you would not want to extract the frankincense oil and put it on your body or in your body from a different part of the plant because it might be toxic for your body, right? So you have to work with people, work with a company that really, really knows what they're doing, with the scientists, the harvesters, the growers, right down to the last step of everything, okay? So we're going to talk about, how to use them safely. They're very concentrated. So essential oils are 50 to 70 times more concentrated than herbs themselves. Herbs are wonderful. If you've ever taken herbs, you might have taken them might have been in a supplement that you've taken or in a tea, or maybe a traditional Chinese medicine doctor or acupuncturist has prescribed them, or maybe even your doctor has even prescribed an herb to you. You know how powerful that can be. So an essential oil is 50 to 70 times more powerful. I'm not saying it's better, but it's more powerful, and it's very fast acting, okay? So if you're comparing an essential oil to a medical dose, the dose would be between 1 and 3 drops, okay? 1 and 3 drops, that's really all you'll need, okay? So we're gonna go over, let's see, what else am I missing here? We're gonna go over the top 10 oils right now, all right? So go ahead and get started. So I call them the top 10 oils because these are the oils that are the most commonly used, the most popular. You will get more use out of these oils. So they're kind of like your base, your foundation, if you want to start an essential oil journey. So we're going to go ahead and get started there with frankincense. Frankincense, like I said earlier, is considered the king of all oils. And why? It's been around for centuries and centuries. all the essential oils have been around for centuries and centuries. You're just seeing a lot more of it now because finally there's more research on it and the medical communities are backing it up. In fact, the brand that I'm working with, we're actually in Vanderbilt Hospital. We're in Johns Hopkins University as well, and they're researching us and they're using us and diffusing us, and it's so awesome to hear. You know, someone being from a health services administration major in college, that's a really big deal. Like Johns Hopkins was like the top coveted internship in my field, so that's so exciting to hear that. So frankincense, it's been around for centuries, of course. Frankincense, again, comes from the resin. And what frankincense is really good for is cellular health, okay? So many of these oils can cross the blood-brain barrier. So if you want to Google that later, the blood-brain barrier is something amazing. So it actually will penetrate the cell site. And that's something that not even an antibiotic can do. So it's pretty powerful. Many of these oils are they're antibiotic, some of them, antiviral, antibacterial, antispasmodic. You know, you just have to research which oil is what. Most of them are antibacterial, antiviral, which is cool. So a lot of them have cross uses and a lot of them have individual uses. So frankincense, cellular health. So think like DNA repair, anti-aging, boosts memory, really good for dementia and Alzheimer's patients. Okay, and I'm not saying it treats that, but for example, when my grandfather had dementia, I had my little list of oils that I wanted to go in and use on him, and I researched and when it would go in there, and I would apply the oils to him, and he would go, I'm not kidding, from like a sort of lethargic kind of out of it state and to a perky state where he would actually make eye contact with me towards the end, and he would look at me and he just had this brightness to his face, and that's priceless. I mean, that's amazing to do. Frankincense, you can take it 3 ways: internally, aromatically, and topically. My favorite way to do frankincense is 1 drop in my face cream in the morning and at night, rub it all over my skin, and it's great for anti-aging, gives you that glow. Also love it for an immune system boost. I take 1 drop underneath my tongue every single morning just to help prevent anything, like anything chronic, anything that my body might be fighting, or anything that I've been exposed to. So great for your immune system boosting, all of that. What else can I say about frankincense? Great in the diffuser. It's wonderful to calm. It's wonderful at the end of the day when your mood just feels a little shaky. This is like a go-to oil for everything. You will find so many uses for frankincense. Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk about is lavender. We all know about lavender. Lavender is pretty much all things calming. So many people equate lavender to calm, lavender to sleep, and lavender is wonderful for skin, all things skin related. So that's really, like, I'll diffuse it and blends so beautifully with so many different oils. But like for bug bites, which is prevalent in Alabama where I live, for bug bites, you know, for rashes, like I'll put it on my son for rashes, you know, anything skin related, cuts, you know, burns, bruises, anything, put it right on there when something happens. It can even like help to diminish a little bit of scarring when you use it with frankincense, which is wonderful. Frankincense is good for scarring, old and new scars. But yeah, so that's really wonderful. I like to use it in my hair, like to use it in my skin. It's really calming. It's also a natural antihistamine. So talk about during allergy season, it's really prevalent in the South. Allergy season, when mixed with peppermint and lemon, is really, really potent. So think like if you're taking an allergy medicine, you may want to reconsider and maybe try lemon, lavender, peppermint, you know, in place. It's pretty awesome. So natural antihistamine, good for skin. Can't recommend it enough. Internal usage. topically and aromatically. Really wonderful. Use it for sleep. Put it on the bottoms of your feet or diffuse it at night, like 10-20 minutes before you go to sleep. You'll sleep wonderfully. It'll put you in an REM, like dream-like state for longer. It's awesome. Okay. All right, so the next one is lemon. Okay, lemon, when you think of lemon, I want you to think of all things cleansing. So first thing I do in the morning is I will wake up and have a big glass of water, about 12 to 16 ounces, and I'll put 1 or 2 drops of lemon oil in that water. And what that's going to do is that's just going to start to gently cleanse my body, okay? So at night when you're sleeping, between the hours of 10 and 4, I believe, is when your body is at the highest detoxification. But lemon is just going to help you get your digestive system going in the morning, especially if it's slow or sluggish. So it's gentle, remember. It's also going to help your liver produce glutathione, which is, you can Google glutathione. That's something that your body needs to produce so you can have digestion, so your digestion can complete the process and so the body can cleanse. Lemon is excellent for your mood. So people who have depression, people who, if you have a low mood, a rainy day, or even people that have addiction problems, which I can attest to because I've had that in the past. Lemon is really, really wonderful for that. It just helps to boost you. So super cleansing. Can't say enough about lemon. It's part of the allergy trio. The next part is peppermint. So peppermint oil is, we call it the peppermint pick-me-up. I was just in my doctor's office today, my primary care physician, and I came in, I had put a drop of peppermint on the back of my neck because it's so hot down here, and I walked in and everyone in the front of the office said, "What is that?" And I said, "It's peppermint. Do you want a drop of peppermint oil?" And they said, "Yes, absolutely." So they immediately, I said, put 1 drop in your hand, rub your hands together, take a deep breath in, and immediately they got so excited about how it cleared their airways. It was about 3:30, and so they were kind of feeling low in energy. You could feel it in the office. So they were saying, "Oh, I feel so much better already." So I said, breathe it in, put a little bit on the back of your neck, and you'll start to feel cool. You'll start to feel energized and calm at the same time. So wonderful for that. Hot flashes. I have women that come to my yoga classes that have hot flashes, and I put a drop of peppermint on their necks and it calms them down within a minute or so. Kids that have fevers, this is great. You can dilute a little bit of this in a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil, or maybe like even a jojoba oil, maybe a grapeseed oil. Let's put like a tablespoon of carrier oil to 1 drop of peppermint for little kids, and then rub it on the back of their neck and down their spine, and that'll really help to reduce the fever. And you can do that every 10 to 15 minutes until you notice that the fever starts to drop. Okay, so I've done that many times on my 2-year-old. Peppermint's awesome. You can take it internally. It's great for anything digestion related, tummy troubles, anything like that. It's great for that. Gas, bloating, IBS, the list goes on. Headaches. People love to use peppermint for headaches. A great combination for headaches is peppermint and lavender. You could take a drop of each, rub it in your hands, breathe it in, put it on the back of your neck, or even like, my favorite way to do this is take a drop of peppermint, drop of lavender, rub it in your palms, and then just press. Don't get it too close to your eyes, but just press your hands into your palms. Breathing it in first is great, and then press your hands into your palms. And that's a wonderful way to help calm the tension and relieve headaches. Okay, so peppermint. There's probably over 100 uses for peppermint. I'm just going through like the top ones I can think of. So part of the allergy blends. Okay, so the next one, speaking of digestive issues, Digest Zen. I love the name, Digest Zen. So this is a blend. It has peppermint in it as well, but it also has fennel, ginger, caraway seed, coriander seed, tarragon, anise. So all things that are really wonderful for calming the digestive system. I was actually having a little bit of an upset stomach today. I think it was something that I ate. And yeah, I just took a drop under my tongue and it was fantastic. If you don't like to do it like that, that's called sublingual. When you do it underneath your tongue, you could take it in a little shot of water, a little bit of water, or you can take it in a veggie capsule. Veggie capsules you can find at health food stores. doTERRA has them for $4 for a big bottle of them, and just make your own little vitamin and just put it, put one drop in there, 1 to 3 drops tops. And within moments, you'll start to feel a settling. This is also great to do before you know you're going to eat some food that may cause some indigestion, like Mexican food or beans or something that just eating out, basically. This is really, really wonderful thing to do. Digestin is also wonderful for menstrual cramps. So you can take 1 or 2 drops and just rub it on the lower part of your abdomen. It's an awesome thing to do because it's got that peppermint in it. Peppermint is anti-spasmodic and it's very calming. So it'll help to kind of lower that inflammation or cramps. So digestin is awesome. I use this a lot on my son when he was first born because their digestive systems are not well developed. So they cry a lot because they're just gassy, and you're thinking of everything, you're like, what's the gripe water? What do I do? Do I move their legs? You're thinking of everything as a mom. 1 drop of this diluted with the carrier oil on the bottoms of his feet, and then a little on his belly, just that same, I had a little bit left over on his belly. If he was ever constipated I'm not kidding, within about 4 to 5 minutes, he would have a bowel movement. And it was like, oh, thank God, everyone was relieved in the house. So it's awesome. It's easy. It's safe to use on kids. Okay, you just have to dilute when you use it on kids. Okay, so the next one is going to be Melaleuca. Melaleuca is wonderful for your skin as well. So Melaleuca is also called tea tree oil. So if you've ever used anything with tea tree, then you've used Melaleuca. It's from Australia. So everything that we do with our oils, the difference with our oils I meant to mention before is that we source our oils where they grow natively. So we're not growing things all on a farm or in our backyard. I live in Alabama. There's no way I'm going to grow lavender on Alabama red clay. It's just not going to work. Where I live has a lot of radioactive soil. The climate is not for lavender. And I'm not going to grow like banana trees or anything, right? So you're going to grow where it grows the best. We also have state-of-the-art equipment. The facilities that we use are incredible. We give back. We do something called co-impact sourcing. So we will set up things that the community needs wherever we're growing something. So we've set up tons of just like foundations and like schools and hospitals and things like that a community needs, just because they'll harvest this for us. And of course we pay them fairly, on time, fair trade, all of that. So it's just full of integrity and full of just goodness. So Melaleuca comes from Australia, and Melaleuca is wonderful for cleansing. It's also, if you're a yogi, about energy and energetic boundaries. It's also been used for that. So it's considered the oil of energetic boundaries. And there's many reasons for that I won't go into. But, when you go into a room, sometimes before I teach, I'll put a little bit of Melaleuca on. I'll just breathe it in or rub it over my heart. Just because I know when I go and teach, I'm putting my hands on people, they're coming in with their stuff, and you just want to create a safe space for everybody, and you want to protect yourself as well. So Melaleuca, great for all things skin. 2 years ago, I got bit by a dog. I had a huge gash right about here. Went down my chin. It was a sweet dog until it bit me. And I just got my oils. And I told my husband, I said, you know what? I'm not going to go to the doctor, actually. I'm just going to first try Melaleuca and lavender. So I applied that about 2 or 3 times a day for about 2 or 3 days. Just right on there, washed it off, then applied the oils. And it was mind-blowing. At about day 2, it was like almost all the way healed. My husband was blown away. I was blown away. We couldn't believe it. that, it had just healed so naturally. You're just borrowing from the plants. So it's pretty awesome. So Melaleuca tea tree, good for like if you have blemishes, acne, you could just do a little spot treatment right there on the spot. Great for anything skin related, like I just said, my accident, my wound that I had. Great for dandruff. Good to put if you have dry scalp. It's great for reducing or actually preventing head lice. Moms, that is key, right? Like put a little bit in your kids' shampoo, or just put a drop and rub it in their hair before they go to school. Really, really good for that. What else is it good for? You could take it internally. It's part of our immune balm. We like to call it immune balm, which is frankincense, lemon, melaleuca, On Guard, which I'll talk about in a second, and I'm forgetting oregano. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. Immune balm, or sometimes we call it the flu balm. Melaleuca is really good for boosting your immune system, great for clearing your sinuses, great for cleaning the air, and a diffuser. It's fantastic, so many uses. Okay, so the next one we're going to talk about is On Guard. This is one of your big guns oil. Okay, I like to say big guns oil. On Guard is super potent. It's called the Protective Blend. And the reason why, it's got clove, cinnamon, wild orange, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And you can take this internally. That's probably the most effective way to take these oils. And you can read about how taking oils internally. Don't take every oil internally. Don't go to Whole Foods or somewhere else and just blindly buy, oils at the gas station. I love Whole Foods, but I'm just saying, really just, look at where you're buying them from. You want to make sure they're really top quality oils. A lot of the oils will say for aromatic use only on the label, or they'll say 100% pure. It's not good enough. Okay, that doesn't mean you can put it on your skin. That doesn't mean you can take it internally. You have to be really careful because there can be some toxins in those essential oils. So the reason why I chose the brand that I chose is because I did lots and lots of research. Okay, so I researched, I used the other brands, and I finally found something that worked. And the proof was definitely in the pudding, for sure. And there were no side effects, no adverse effects. We got consistent results every single time. So that's what really, really was the key into the lock for me. So On Guard, it's antiviral. That's the main thing that you need to think about. So think of flu virus, think of, staph infection, things like that. You can just get from touching when you go to the gym and things like that. On Guard is going to help to prevent that. Prevention is key. Okay, don't wait until you're in the full blown in the middle of a sickness to grab your oils or to start a program. But prevention is key. So what we do is we'll take a drop of On Guard internally every day. They also have On Guard soft gels, On Guard beadlets that are small enough that a little kid could take them, like my 2-year-old son, and it just simply dissolves. And he thinks it's candy, and it just dissolves. They won't choke on it. And I know that when I send him to school every day, that I know that he's gonna be covered, right? He's gonna, I'm boosting his immune system in a good way and protecting his immune system. So it's super protective for that. I clean with this, so I'll make my own cleaners at home with it. I'll diffuse it because it cleans the air. And again, prevention is key. So cold and flu season, this thing is awesome. I work with the public a lot, so I'm taking this every day. I can use it as antibacterial. I will clean my yoga mat with it, all kinds of stuff. So On Guard is key. The really cool thing about On Guard is they found in a hospital in Manchester, England, and you can look it up on Google. There's an article about it. They found that it destroys MRSA, and MRSA lives in your nose. So just by breathing it in, they found that in the hospital where they were, that it was killing MRSA, which was awesome. So they got really excited about that. They said, okay, there's something to this. What's going on? If they can use a natural solution that's super, super potent and powerful to kill, infections in hospitals, that's awesome. Okay. So that's On Guard. All right. So the next one we're going to look at. We've got 3 more to go. The next one is, we'll do oregano. So oregano is considered like a hot oil. So kind of like a cinnamon. Cinnamon is like spicy and hot. Peppermint is cooling. Oregano is kind of like a spicy hot oil. So if you put it on your skin, I would recommend putting it on the bottoms of your feet and diluting it with the carrier oil, because it's going to have a little bit of a warming sensation. And it's okay to do that, but you definitely don't want to be like, oh, I need some oregano oil and dab it, behind my ears before I go on a date. You don't want to do that. Okay, so oregano is again one of your big guns oils like On Guard. So oregano has antibacterial properties, antibiotic properties, which is awesome. My husband and I travel to Mexico every so often because he's from Mexico. And, you think about parasites you can get from other countries and eating the food and this and that. We're not going to let that stop us. But definitely, like, if that is something that is an area of concern for us, I'll reach for my oregano, because oregano oil does kill parasites in your gut, which is really cool. So oregano is great for that. And it's also part of the immune system. Immune balm, like I said earlier, which is oregano, frankincense, On Guard, lemon, and tea tree. So that in combination, like, is a really good thing to do. There's a recipe I can post about it, like maybe do like 1 or 2 times a month, and that will help to kind of boost your immune system. And as you go into cold and flu season, especially, or if you travel a lot, definitely want to like take precaution and maybe do 1 or 2 of those a couple of times a month. So oregano is great for that. Oregano is a fun fact. You can actually cook with these oils. So if a recipe calls for one of these oils or one of the herbs, you can actually just instead put 1 or 2 drops of the oil in your batch of whatever you're making. So like oregano is great in marinara sauce. It's good on like chicken with lemon, and so there's all kinds of really cool things you can do about it. Oregano oil is also good for oral health as well. So awesome for that. Actually had a talk with my OBGYN doctor about that. He said, yes, oregano oil is awesome for oral health and many other things. So that's the main thing about oregano oil, is that it's definitely your big guns oil you're going to use. The next one is the respiratory blend. It's called Breathe. Okay, this is the next to the last one. Respiratory, system. We all need a little help there sometimes with clear breathing. One thing I love about yoga is that yoga promotes that. Like, if you've ever been to a really great yoga class, you can breathe better. That's one of the best benefits, because things are stretched out, your organs, your fascia, your tissue, everything feels more spacious. So that's wonderful. Breathe is excellent if you suffer from asthma, allergies, you're just feeling a little sinusy or stuffy. If you've got anything going on in your upper respiratory system, I love this. I've used this and layered frankincense with it. So frankincense first on the chest, and then breathe on top of that. Really good if you've got like a bad chest cough, or you kind of feel some phlegm going on there. It's a really, really good oil to use. It's a blend. It's got eucalyptus, of course, which helps to really open your sinuses. Peppermint again, melaleuca, which is tea tree, again, very good for your sinuses and cleansing. Lemon, ravensara, and laurel, which is awesome. Oh, and cardamom. Cardamom is really good for your respiratory system. So it's an awesome blend. Anytime I distribute this in my yoga classes, people love it. They just go, such a nice, refreshing oil. There's also emotional connections with these oils too, like with scent. So these oils are not just aromatic use, they're therapeutic. That's the main thing that I'm getting to here. But, just with scent, just opening a bottle, I wish I had smell-o-vision right now, just opening a bottle and breathing that in, that actually goes, science has shown, it actually travels all the way up into your limbic brain, your limbic system, which is where your emotional center lies. So it actually has the power to change your emotions, and your emotions are mainly based on your chemistry, right? So within moments, within about 20 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds tops, your chemistry has changed. And that's pretty cool, because for someone who, you know, has panic attacks or asthma attacks or is suffering from something that they should not be suffering from, that they can be free of, you know, they can shift just within moments with this. And again, it speaks for itself. I just wish I could share it through the video. But like I said, this is mainly for people who come to me who I know, but also, you know, anyone who I don't know, I'm happy to connect with you as well. So breathe. Awesome. Oh, one more thing about breathe. Breathe in lavender in the diffuser at night is wonderful, wonderful. So I do that in my son's room sometimes. I'll play around with different things. And yeah, breathe in lavender, really, really good for that. Sleep at night. Okay, so the last oil is Deep Blue, and Deep Blue is another blend. It's our soothing blend, and this is a blend of wintergreen, camphor, peppermint oil, ylang ylang, helichrysum, which is excellent for your skin, blue tansy, also excellent for your skin, German chamomile, also excellent for your skin and calming, and osmanthus. Okay, so this is going to have a little tingly effect. Deep Blue, and really good for sore muscles, great for arthritis. I've had many yoga students who have come to me and their thumbs are so swollen. They say, I can't do downward facing dog because my thumbs are so swollen. I can only do it for like, you know, 15 seconds and then I have to come down or come out of it. So I told this one student, you know, I said, I'm going to do a little experiment on you. And I first got my oils. I said, here's a couple of samples of Deep Blue. Use this and tell me how it works. And she came back the next day and she got like 2 bottles of the Deep Blue rub. We have it in the cream. This is the pure oil, but she loved it. So great for arthritis, sore joints. Like if you're like a kid, maybe in the maybe like 8 and up, I would say. I wouldn't use this. I don't really use this on Arlo. I don't use this on like little tiny babies or little kids. But if you're having at the age where you're having like growing pains in your calves and legs, I remember what that feels like. Deep Blue is great. Use that diluted with maybe a little frankincense, maybe a little lavender to calm. That would be an awesome idea to use. But great for headaches because it has the peppermint and the wintergreen in it. You can breathe it in and it's going to help give you a pick-me-up. Towards the end of the day if you're feeling a little low in energy. So this is not one to ingest. This is definitely one you want to use topically. So, all right. So that is the top 10 oils. I could say so much more about so much. There are ways to get these oils. Retail can be pretty expensive, FYI. So either contact me, I can show you how to get these oils at wholesale pricing, which is 25% less than retail cost. So lots of good ways to get them. And there are a lot of good enrollment kits and things like that that you can get. So I started out, I believe, with the Family Essentials kit, and that comes with the top 10 oils. FYI, the 5 milliliter bottles, these little ones, they are in the Family Essentials kit. They have about 75 drops in them, okay? So remember, a drop is between a dose is between 1 and 3 drops. And the next step up, I really wish I would have gotten the larger kits. The Home Essentials kit would be the one that I would definitely choose if you want to get started and still stay within budget. The Home Essentials kit has the larger bottles, the 15 milliliter bottles, that have 250 drops. So that will last you so much longer. You'll be able to, because you're going to make so many things with them. You're going to use them, you're going to diffuse them, you're going to, use them on you. Internally, most likely, you're going to find so many uses for them. Cleaning, it's just incredible the things that you can do with these oils, and super easy and non-toxic, and you're going to feel better. Your environment's going to feel cleaner. You'll feel happier. I guarantee it's just going to be like a weight lifted off your shoulders. So these larger bottles, 250 drops. So Home Essentials kit, awesome kit to start out. And then, there are other kits too. If you want to do a little more of an overhaul. So I use my essential oils and my shampoo, my conditioner, my toothpaste, all kinds of things. I have my skincare system that is just amazing. I take supplements, which are awesome. I just took these supplements to my doctor's today. Actually, I had a little like tune-up day. Went to my general practitioner and went to my OBGYN, and they like love that I'm taking these vitamins. They said, keep taking those vitamins. Your blood work is perfect. My T3 was a little low, but they said, if you keep taking these vitamins, these supplements, then it should balance everything out. So that was super, super good news. I was so excited that they were on board with that. So yeah, just contact me or contact the person that directed you here that may be already with doTERRA. You can also go to mydoterra.com/Ashley Yoga Health. Okay, ASHLEYYOGAHEALTH. And from there, you can browse, you can shop, you can become a wholesale member, wholesale customer, and you can get major discounts. All good stuff. If you have any questions, let me know. I just wanted to get this information out there to you first. So thank you so much for watching, and namaste. I will talk to you soon.